inequality. I can solve and graph inequality.
What is an inequality, Tarun?
The relationship between two unequal expressions.
Two unequal expressions would be an inequality in the relationship that it shows. Remember, here are your symbols for inequalities, including for graphing inequalities down below here. These two right there would be applicable. Practice, first one, number 3, pretty simple. Undo the fraction by multiplying by the reciprocal and graph it. Number 4 is where our new learning came into play here. We're dividing by a -9, and because we're doing the opposite, we've got to make sure we put that inequality sign. So because -9b is less than or equal to 45, we divide by a negative, which is the opposite. We got to make sure we do the opposite to the inequality sign. And b is greater than or equal to -5. Graph it, should work. Very important that you have this piece of information in your head. We also wrote the cheat poll, which I'm going to erase now because no one uses it. And number 5, multi-step inequality, very, very similar. Number 6, again, multi-step inequality. We talked about undoing fractions with LCMs. This was in our previous notes as well. So erase your fractions or eliminate your fractions by multiplying by the LCM and graphing. And then really, I think the most important part of this entire lesson would be, can you read through a word problem and write an inequality that would help you to solve something like you have here in number 7, and then obviously graphing the solve at the very, very end. So make sure we are all cool with that. Any questions or comments, anything you want me to go over, because the video is still under 2 minutes. Cool?
Does it have to be LCM?
It does not have to be the LCM. If you'll remember, I think it was Jackson and Samin's group over there. When we go back up to this problem, I think you're talking about number 6, right? All right.
Yeah.
They did not multiply by 20. They multiplied by 100. As long as 5, 4, and 10 are factors of whatever you're multiplying by, it'll work. The problem is, though, if you get to 100, or if you're using numbers bigger than the LCM, you're just multiplying bigger numbers. So it's not a big deal. Ultimately, they're going to probably have to reduce their final fraction if their answer's in fraction form. But no, it doesn't have to be the LCM. It's just the easiest to use the LCM. Anything else?